Welcome back to episode 69
Hey,
of the ATD Baseball Podcast. Nice. Yes, we finally made it to that magical number. Uh, we will not be doing that kind of stuff. We're doing baseball. Yeah, we're not doing the activity, just the episodes.
Pause.
ATV
um,
fans coming to you.
um, we're back in our respective places. I'm back in the little dungeon here. Um, Opening day after a nice week in Florida with a whole bunch of memories that will last us forever. We got opening day in 48 hours, boys.
Let's
How we feeling?
go.
We made
Let's
it.
Okay.
go. I'm pumped up for it. I am ready. Um, I'm almost as ready to get my predictions out here, just to get flamed on the internet. I'm sure. One of my favorite activities. I'm sure you guys can relate. Getting flamed in our Instagram comments every single post that we post. But wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm excited for this.
Yeah, no, me too, guys. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Can't wait. Um, and it's a little bittersweet here. I mean, coming home from Tampa sucks. Leaving you guys. I mean, always sucks to say goodbye until next time. But not to get depressing here. But we have some predictions to get to, and opening day, boys, we're here.
Yeah, I'm excited. Listen, just in terms of my team, listen, there's been a lot of hype, a lot of build up to Thursday, so it's finally nice. And I know technically our season started last week in Korea. It's not the same.
Nah.
It's not the same.
Want to
I won't sugarcoat it. It's not the same. Opening up in beautiful Dodger Stadium on Thursday. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. And as soon as first pitch is thrown, pressure's on. No excuses this year. So that'll be fun. But um, where should we get started?
Predictions. This is all about predictions. This whole episode. Just to give you a little rundown here, we're gonna do awards predictions, and then our predictions for the 6 playoff teams in each division or each league, and then our World Series predictions. Of course, none of our takes could ever age horribly. We're gonna go.
Of course not.
All of our picks are gonna be 100% right, and everybody's gonna agree with them on the internet. So
Ipe's putting money on it for me.
that's right. So I think we'll start with Rookie of the Year and work our way up to MVP.
Oh, hang on. Before we get to that, we have an award to give out already. It's my award. I'm gonna give it out. Give it out. Biggest loser of the off season. Congratulations, JP Morosi. You are the recipient of biggest loser of the off season. Thank you.
There you go. I thought it was going to be a team and he was going to call out the Rockies or something. I was like, well, I guess
No.
I didn't do too
Well,
much.
they've
But
been eliminated already. So
all right.
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year is an interesting one for me, and I have one pick that I like a lot. The other one, maybe I'm not quite as confident in, and we might be mirroring some picks here. But for my two Rookie of the Year picks in the American League, give me Evan Carter. He's still eligible. He didn't play enough games last year for the Rangers, and he shined in the postseason and in the games that he played. Hit like over 300 in those games. Seemed very clutch, very calm and collected during the postseason run the whole way through the World Series. So Evan Carter for my AL Rookie of the Year pick right there. Now, National League Rookie of the Year, give me Jackson Churio of the Brewers. Expecting big things. There's a lot of hype around him being the number one prospect for a little bit now, and he's made the opening day roster, and he is gonna be forced to leave an impact on this Brewers team if they want to compete this season. I think he's gonna be a big part of their team, and I think he's gonna contribute. He's gonna live up to the hype. So that's my two Rookie of the Year picks.
okay, I guess I'll go next then. I'm gonna start off in the American League, obviously. Um, we got the notification in Florida that he made the opening day roster. Give me Wyatt Lanford of the Texas Rangers. Congratulations. I mean, clearly he had a great spring. Otherwise, he wouldn't be on the roster. But um, I think this is going to be a big year for him. Rangers need it. I like it. I think this is it's pretty easy for me. I was in between him and the other guy in Baltimore, but I'm gonna go with the guy who made the opening day roster.
All right.
In the National League, listen, I don't give a shit. This is gonna be the greatest comeback story. Listen, I know he shit the bed and he got off to a bad start. Oh, he got off to a bad start on last Thursday in Korea. However, however, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he's gonna have a great season with the Dodgers. You're not even gonna remember that first start.
Ooh.
You're not gonna remember it.
Wow.
I listen. I mean, at the end of the day, he's gonna be making. He got paid $365 million. I need this guy to be a number two, if not a number one. I need this guy to pitch well. So, um, give it time. I think he'll be all right. He'll be okay. He'll settle in. He'll learn the strike zone. He'll, figure out the major league ball in the U.S. I think he's gonna be fine. I think he's your rookie of the year in the National League.
All
I know
right.
that's gonna be a homer pick, but probably not gonna like the rest of my picks either. Then
Oh boy.
Alrighty. Melo, I'm going to mirror your AL pick. I also am taking Wyatt Langford here. However, in the NL, I'm going Jackson Merrill, the San Diego
Ooh,
Padres.
I like that.
that's a good.
He he's really shown me a lot this spring, and I'm going to buy into it.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right.
Jung Ho Lee, no Jackson Holiday.
Nope. Nope. Neither of them. Moving on to Cy Young, then.
Here's
I
a fun one.
personally like these picks. You know what's coming here.
Oh boy.
In the American League, first of all, give me George Kirby. I picked him to win AL West Cy Young, and I think he's going to win it for the whole league this year. He's shown out last year. There's not quite as much pressure since he's playing second fiddle to Luis Castillo there, but he's an amazing complement piece, and he's going to be a main catalyst for this Mariners rotation that is stacked this year. It's the only way the Mariners are going to make some noise. Personally, I believe, obviously Julio Rodriguez, but then also their stacked rotation. He's going to have to play a big part of it if the Mariners want any shot at making the playoffs, winning their division, anything. He's going to have to be a big piece for them. So, George Kirby for AL Cy Young. I mean, come on. National League Cy Young.
Cover your ears.
Wheels up, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Zach Wheeler finally gets it done this year after a dominant season last year. Gets the extension. He is the number one pitcher now. The Phillies handed that over to him instead of Aaron Nola. He's just been building, and it's going to come to a point this year, and he is going to win National League Cy Young for the Phillies.
All right. In the American League, I picked him to win Cy Young for the division, and I think he's going to be Cy Young of the whole American League. Give me Corbin Burns. Again, I think he's clearly the ace now of this team. It's a contract year for him. It's crazy how we could potentially have what Blake Snell did with the Rays and the Padres. You're going to potentially have that with Corbin Burns in a shorter period of time. I think he's going to be the best pitcher in the American League this year. I know there's other great options out there. I understand that. But I think if this Orioles team really wants to go anywhere and take that next step, Corbin Burns has to be the leader in that pitching rotation. In the National League, I don't want to do it, but I think it's finally his time. I think this is the year for Spencer Strider.
It's a
I
good
know
pick.
Matt's not gonna like that. I think
No.
this is finally the year for Spencer Strider. He's won 20 games, has a bunch of strikeouts, but I think this is the year it finally all comes together. And I think he wins the Cy Young in the National League this year.
All right. AL Cy Young. This was hard for me to do, but for a particular reason that one man and one man only is out for about a month to start the season. That is the only reason why I'm going with somebody else here. I'm taking Pablo Lopez for AL Cy Young.
I
Ooh.
I
like
think
it.
it's more of an underrated pick, but I think he's going to ball out in Minnesota. He's going to continue what he does. NL, I do think it's his year finally to make it happen, and it's going to be Zach Wheeler.
Let's
Uh,
go.
Listen, I mean, Matt, you kind of hit on a contract extension. This man has done nothing but evolve into the pitcher that he is now, and I think he's only going to get better. He's somehow aging like fine wine. That's kind of how it's looking like, and it's only he's just going to get better. So for me, I think it's Zach Wheeler's year.
Let's go. Love to hear that. Get that Spencer Strider nonsense out of here.
It's not a bad pick though.
Uh,
He is
I
the
think
odds-on favorite to win, too.
yes, I think that's going to be your 1-2. To be honest with you,
and they face off against each other opening day
There
there we
you
go.
go.
between the Phillies and Braves. Crazy.
Set the tone.
That's right. I don't know. I don't
Sneaky
like.
pick Zach Gallen, too, in the National League. I
Yes,
hate
Oh
yes.
yeah, yeah. I don't like Spencer Strider's 3.86 ERA last year.
I think he
Sure,
puts it together this year.
almost 300 strikeouts, but I don't know. His FIP is a lot better, so maybe it's the Braves defense behind him. But okay, time for the big ones, MVPs. We keep it going. American League and then National League. In the AL, give me Kyle Tucker. He had a huge, almost 30-30 season last year. He was very close to getting a 30-30 season, and he's just kept building his whole career to a pretty good player, to a star, to a superstar at this point. He's a little underrated, in my opinion, too. I was looking at the DraftKings odds before we hopped on here, and he was pretty far down the list, and obviously in the plus territory. And I'm riding with Kyle Tucker here on the American League side. The National League side,
You
give
got
me
three
Matt
great
Olson.
choices.
Give me Matt Olson. Your reigning home run champion. I don't love doing it as a Phillies fan, but I think they're going to get back-to-back MVPs. Olson had a case last year, probably third to Mookie Betts, and I think if he can build off of that again this year, 60 home runs, could that be in his future? Maybe 63?
Absolutely
Um,
not. Listen, he's Indiana. It doesn't matter to me.
Hey, he
That's
can do
true.
whatever he wants in the National League.
There you go. But I think Matt Olson and his defense comes into play as well. Elite defensive first baseman. I think he won the Gold Glove last year. Could be wrong. No. Yeah, he did. Gold Glove. Two-time Gold Glove winner. Not last year, but two-time Gold Glove winner. Give me Matt Olson.
Okay. In the American League, again, contract year for him. Short porch and right. Juan Soto, MVP in the American League this year.
There it is.
This he wants to get paid. Want to get paid? Win the MVP. Have an MVP type season, and I think he's going to do that. Got the protection in the lineup now with Judge. I think Soto's going to tee off this year. And in the National League, I'm not going to give it to who you think I'm going to give it to because he's not pitching this season. He's not pitching this season. Well, a year from now, I might give it to him again. However, your new shortstop for your Los Angeles Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
It's a good pick.
He's going to win the MVP by hitting 40 plus home runs, playing elite defense at second base, shortstop, and in right field. The versatility is there. And there was a case for him last year because of that. But because Acuna went off and had a 40-70 season, which he deserved, I'm glad he won MVP. He deserved it. But this is Mookie Betts' season. He's locked. He's been locked in so far this spring training. Mookie Betts, your MVP in the National League this year.
Alrighty. So this was hard for me to pick in the American League. I mean, it might be a good thing when you have two potential AL MVP candidates in your lineup that you have to choose from. That's nice, you know. But for me personally, this might be a little biased. I am going with my captain, Aaron Judge, to win what should be his third MVP of his career. Oh, captain, my fucking captain. Anyway. Yes, that might be a little bit biased, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it. Next, moving to the National League, I'm taking Mookie Betts here. I'm only taking Mookie Betts considering the fact that Ohtani, yet again, like Melo had touched on, I don't get me wrong here. I think Ohtani's gonna have a phenomenal season, but with the pitching, it takes a lot out of his value. Mookie though. You're going to see it. I'm pretty much reiterating everything Melo just said. You're going to see it. He's going to be playing games in right. He's going to be playing games in the infield, second, short, wherever they need him. This man can literally play anywhere on the field. I think it's going to show. And his bat's going to stay consistent with how it's been over the years and the Mookie Betts that we know. And I think that defense is going to put him a notch above the other candidates. So for me, that's why I'm taking Mookie Betts.
Okay.
Maybe this will change. You know how big of a deal I take the All-Star game voting. Mookie Betts is going to take a lot of votes from a lot of shortstop who probably deserve it too, at least in the starting position.
Trey Turner, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm not knocking Mookie Betts at all. I think he's easily going to be a top 5 candidate. And no, I didn't overlook Mookie Betts, okay? I chose Matt Olson for a reason. I thought about who I picked out. And people are probably going to...
in the American League.
Nobody did.
Somebody's going to tell us something about that.
Probably people are going to be, oh, why did you pick Ohtani? He's the best player in the game. But like you guys said, not pitching this year. Takes a big offensive season to really, really separate yourself from just the DH position. So we'll see how that goes for him. Now, moving into our playoff teams.
Real quick here, do we want to do Manager of the Year?
Boy, I don't know. Melo loves that award so much, right?
Yeah, it's the Dave Roberts Award.
I have it down just in case. I wasn't sure if we were doing it or not.
If you have it down, go ahead. Give your predictions. All
right. So for me, I might butcher this last name, so I am terribly sorry for that. I'm taking Matt Quatraro in the American League, Kansas City manager. I'm very high on Kansas City this year, and I think it's going to show. National League, I'm taking Rob Thompson. I think it's going to be his year.
Let's go. If I had to pull 2 right now, who did I just have? Oh.
Put you guys on the spot a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit here.
I have my National League one. Just got to get the American League.
Aaron Boone.
Stop dreaming, Kyle.
Yeah, come on, Kyle.
Not a dream.
Give me Brandon Hyde in the American League, taking it back-to-back with the Orioles. And then give me David Bell of the Reds, bringing it home this year.
Yep. I was between him and Thompson.
Damn. Why can't I think
Dave Roberts, because the Dodgers win 113 games.
Kyle, you said it already. That's my saying. We're in lockstep with the AL one.
Okay.
And then the National League, I can't believe I'm gonna do this, but give me Bob Melvin.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like
I
that.
think he's gonna prove that I wasn't the fucking problem in San Diego. It wasn't me. I think he's gonna ride the ship with the Giants a little bit.
I
I
like
think
Good
he
that.
enough
wins
for
Manager of the Year.
good enough for third place, maybe second place in the NL West.
Yeah, and you finish 20 games behind the Dodgers.
All right, all right, all right. Playoff teams.
Oh boy.
Here are my American League playoff teams. Not necessarily in this is not in a seeding order, but my division winners are probably going to be the first three: Orioles, Twins, Astros, Yankees, Rays, Rangers. That is my 6 American League teams. My 6 National League teams: Braves, Dodgers, Cardinals, Phillies, D-backs, Cubs. I originally had the Reds in there, but give me the Cubs instead.
Okay. American League. Astros, Twins, Yankees, Orioles. Yeah, that's 4. Rangers. Damn, this is tough. I'm trying to think of the last team. Matt, you said Tampa, right, for one of your teams?
I did have Tampa in there, yeah.
Okay. Toronto.
Ooh,
They don't have a
okay.
choice this year. They better freaking make the postseason.
National League?
Oh yeah. The best league. Dodgers. I did a video on this. Dodgers, Cubs, Braves, Phillies, Diamondbacks. There's gonna be like so many teams fighting for that last spot, in my opinion. I don't know who to give it to. Damn. I'm gonna go safe. Cardinals.
Okay.
Oh boy. Oh.
I'm not
fuck.
ready to say Reds or anything like that yet. I need to see it first.
So before I list these off, there are 2 teams in each of these leagues that you guys might be like, "What the fuck is this guy smoking?" Anyway, American League: Houston, New York, Minnesota. Then I have Baltimore and Texas. My last team is Kansas City.
There you
Ooh.
go.
Now, that was
Wow.
the team. Next one: Dodgers, Braves, Cubs, Phillies, Diamondbacks, and the Mets.
Ooh.
Those are my
Wow.
picks. And
Mets.
that last one, it was tough for me. But it was obviously between the Mets, the Giants. You could throw the Reds in there, but I like what this Mets team has, man. They need to figure out the pitching, and I think once they do that, I think they can sneak in very easily.
Wow. I don't know
That
about
might
that.
be either the greatest pick by the end of this year or it's going to be one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I don't want to go safe here. I want to throw in these 2 teams that I think have a decent shot. So I'm going Kansas City and New York.
I give you credit.
I don't feel
Hey.
confident, but
Okay. All right. World Series picks.
Oh, shit.
oh boy.
I think they get it done this year. I have Phillies and Orioles in the World Series, and my Phillies
my
take it home.
God.
Listen. They proved themselves that they can make it the whole way through the postseason, coming from the wild card spot. They did it against the Cardinals, battled the whole way through the NLCS and the whole way through the World Series. Last year, made it to the NLCS, and their stupid bullpen screwed them over in the NLCS. We're revamped, and according to MLB.com, we have the number one bullpen. I don't quite agree with that, but we have a revamped bullpen at least a little bit. And on the Orioles side of things, putting all this young talent together, improved pitching rotation is huge. Adding Corbin Burns to be their number one guy and expecting big improvements from some of the younger guys as well. They're going to actually take the next step and advance beyond the division round against the Rangers that they had last year. It was a nightmare for them. So, yeah, Orioles and Phillies, and my Phillies take it.
You know, in the American League, I'm stuck between the two teams in the American League East.
Don't you say the Yankees. No. Oh, man.
In the American League, it is the year of the bird. Give me the Baltimore Orioles.
There you go.
In the National League,
Oh, the Braves? Oh, no.
oh, okay, trying to be funny. This team is under so much pressure this season. They don't have a choice. You better fucking make the World Series this year. Otherwise, we got a real problem. Orioles, Dodgers. And my Dodgers win it in 6. And they win their 8th World Championship, and I get to finally ride into the sunset. And I get that fucking parade down Figueroa Street in October.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Ohtani's first taste of the postseason, and he delivers a World Championship.
I don't know. I can see it now. Yamamoto, 0.2 innings pitched.
Hell no.
4 earned runs.
You want me to go further with this?
Oh,
Ohtani
boy.
becomes a Dodger postseason, MLB postseason legend. Don't be surprised if you see him in relief there at the end. Don't be surprised.
Whoa.
Don't be surprised.
Okay. All right. Kyle, you're up.
Yes, I am. Give me the World Series that we should have had in 2017. You can give me the New York Yankees
Oh, my gosh.
against
What?
your Los Angeles Dodgers
Oh, I like
with
it.
with New York taking it in 7 games.
Oh, no. Oh, this is a disaster. This is a disaster.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If this lineup competes to the way it is supposed to compete to, and you give me Garrett Cole back, come on now. Come on. That's it right there.
Oh, man.
I think this is the year we finally get Dodgers Braves in the NLCS.
Ooh. Dodgers Braves or Dodgers Phillies?
Dodgers, you heard me the first time. Dodgers
Oh,
Braves.
come on.
I agree. I like Kyle's World Series picks, other than he picked the Yankees to win. But I like it.
I mean, this is going to be a disaster right here. Each of us picking our favorite team to win the World Series.
Is this finally the year that the Yankees take down the Astros in a postseason series?
I think it is. on paper, this is the best team we've had to go head to head with the Astros. So
I don't know. I'm thinking more like the Twins break the curse as Royce Lewis launches a walk-off home run in Yankee Stadium, quiets the crowd.
No, absolutely not. Don't give me that.
Well, you're saying about the Yankees beating their Goliath, so I think the Twins could do it too, maybe this year.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So, no, we're not just your average, Joe who thinks that our favorite team is going to win the World Series, because each of our favorite teams
Oh, you sure?
legitimately should be. Yeah, I'm sure. Are probably top 5, 6, 7 in the league, depending who you ask. Definitely top 5. So it's not an outrageous pick by any of us, I don't think.
And I promise you, I did not take the homer pick on this. Like, as much as it might seem like it is, listen, I don't know.
Man, we should have did this in person down in Tampa. That would have been so much more entertaining in person, but that's all right. Kept a fight from breaking out between you two guys when Kyle said the Dodgers are going to lose to the Yankees. So
7 games, I said. It could go either way, but that's where my bias comes in.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Season run with Ohtani. It's gonna be magical. You can see it now. He's gonna bat like 500. He's gonna have like 3 home runs. Oh, it's gonna be great. And he's gonna pitch in relief in the World Series. That's what winning players do, Matt. That's what championship players do.
Oh, I know.
And
that's why Bryce Harper moved to first base.
Hey, there you go. How did that work out? He swung at a ball in the third.
Okay.
10 feet in front of the plate.
Okay. I don't think we need to bring up last year's postseason, Melo.
We don't need to do that.
Okay.
Craig Kimball ring a bell? Speaking of,
he will this year for the Orioles when they're racking up those wins against the Yankees. I can assure you that.
Matt, what the hell is this? Is this like a eating the Yankees episode? Come on now.
Yeah, come on. I gotta get my little dig in against both of you guys. So
sorry you had to go to Yankees spring training 3 times. Sorry, I didn't know it bothered you that much.
Well, it did. My Phillies lost the one time and tied the other time. I had a miserable spring training. The Phillies lost every game that I was at.
That's true, and they blew the game in the 9th inning when we were at against the Rays at the Phillies.
Yeah, and the Kyle had a great spring training. Yankees won or tied every game.
Giancarlo, three home run game.
Yep, saw that. Saw my captain out there. Looked great as ever. Come on.
Yeah. All right, that's our World Series predictions. All of our predictions for the postseason and for the regular season. So I'm sure everybody's gonna love our picks, and
we get a do-over in July to fix them. By the
way, yeah, we reserve the right to,
only one though, only one time though.
One redo of our picks.
Yes.
When we get that far to the halfway mark or so of the season, so we'll see what it looks like then. Of course. Sometimes these predictions look good. Sometimes they look terrible. We'll see how it pans out for us. But next time we'll be talking to you, we will have regular season MLB games to talk about. Fire me up. Let's go.
Damn
so,
right.
Season starting Thursday. We're hyped up for it.
Happy New Year.
Yes, sir. And we'll see you episode 70 next week with some regular season games to talk about. We'll see you later.
Adios.